Now you want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts.
Hello, everybody. Let's get it on. Are we good? All right, I think we're good. What's happening, everybody? Welcome to Film Junkee Live on April 3rd. How's everybody doing today? Hopefully you're doing well. It's the end of Monday, so you should be doing well. And it's like sunny right now. What happened to this storm that was supposed to be like rolling in? Man, I tell you, Southern California is just getting... Well, we're sinking into the ocean, folks. That's what's happening. So, how's it going, guys? Make sure you guys hit that like, thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you know when I'm doing this stuff. All right, who is out there? How are we doing? We got Mr. Fear Jason. What's going on? All right. And we got the other Jason. Ahoy, hoy. Good to see you. We got Lloyd. All right. We got Tony Movie, Chappie D9, Neil Blomkamp fan. What is going on? We got Mr. Eric. It's Easter Passover week. All right. Always forget that Easter is coming up. Who else we got? We got JD McRae right here. All right. God, I swear, I don't know why this thing is still acting dumb. Still glitching, and I don't know why, but oh well. I don't know. Anyways, what's going on, Patrick? So serious. Blue Beetle looked good, and George Lopez looked like Billy Butcher. Is that what happened in that? Well, I haven't really watched it yet. I mean, of course, there's been stuff online that I've seen on the timeline, gifs, pictures, and whatnot, so it's hard to ignore that. So what's going on, Mr. William Powell? All right, we got the Ion Stone podcast. Had a good conversation talking to them on Friday, so hopefully you guys caught that. Good times. Glad to have them back. Hey, we got Miss Nighthawk. Hello, gorgeous. We got Mr. Nobody here. Hey, I watched the movie called Nobody over the weekend. Love that movie. Such a great movie. It's Sunday. God, this thing is just... Why? I don't know why this thing is doing this thing. Oy. Anyways, well, alright. Keep on going. Who else we got? We got Just Breet. Blue Beetle looks fun and unique, but also looks like it'll have that you don't deserve those powers, I deserve them villain trope. Yeah, it's probably gonna be pretty tropey and whatnot, so I don't doubt that. I really don't doubt that. But hey, what could he do, right? What's going on, Anezu, I should say. All right, it's going pretty good. Right now, all I'm just wondering is how much a reboot is he doing to the DCEU? Sounds like it's going to be, a little bit more than what is initially thought. I don't know. It's all up in the air very much. God, go away. But yeah, I guess we'll see. I think he's just kind of just waiting. I mean, obviously, when it comes to movies that are coming out this year, you got to get those out of the way, see what sticks, I guess. I don't know. It's all very strange. It really is. It is. And, of course, we got Mr. Ziggs. What's good? Dave Blue Beetle trailer felt like a Marvel trailer. Interested to see how it plays out. Yeah. Of course, yeah, people say that. People say CW. It's all the same. Anyways. But... appreciate you guys. Hopefully you guys had a good weekend. Pretty rad Blue Beetle trailer. Just wondering which DC this is a part of. I think it could be a part of anything. I know there is a Batman reference, which, I've already heard that, and there's gripes about that which, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. I'm going to keep it at the end because somebody else who was live streaming a reaction to the Blue Beetle trailer said that they got their stream pulled. All of a sudden the stream went out and they blocked it for, I guess, a little bit or something. And so I'm kind of wondering if that's going to happen here. I don't think it should. I think it was because Warner Brothers Asia leaked out the trailer 2 hours early. It was already when I was waking up and I started scrolling through my timeline, it was already out there, and it was supposed to show up at 9 a.m. my time, Pacific time, and it was already out there. So I don't know why. They would snipe that stuff, but you never know. It's Warner Brothers. They suck. So hopefully it does. I don't get sniped during. That's why I'm going to save it for the last topic of the day. We're going to talk about this new article with James Gunn talking about Superman Legacy, Marvel, superhero fatigue, all that. And then, of course, we got more Joker 2 set images and video, which came out over the weekend, which is great. Then we're going to talk about the box office, Dungeons & Dragons. You guys know how much I really like this movie. And we're going to talk a little bit about the box office because it is kind of interesting looking at box office. And then, yes, we'll do the trailer. This is why I'm not doing more trailer reactions. Yeah, I mean, it's fine, but it was just something about the live trailer reaction. I don't know if it's something to do with that, because you could go and see trailer reactions like crazy. I already looked. There's already a bunch of trailer reactions. They're not getting pulled. The normal people that do all those, they're not getting pulled. So I don't have any issue with it, but he just kind of told me, it was ACS actually. He just told me that there was a possibility, because it happened to him and he did his stream earlier. So just a possibility. We'll see what happens, but everything's being recorded. So even if it does get pulled from the live feed, I can always re-upload things later. So it'll be okay, guys. It will be just fine. Let's do it. On to the tweets. And then this happened on Wednesday, which was kind of funny because, good old, what's her name? I can't find it. I don't even know where the drop is. Do I even have the drop right here? Apparently I don't. But good old Grace. I thought I had the drop right here. Apparently not. But, I don't know. No, I guess that would be a good one, right? No, anyways. Apparently when it came to on Wednesday, this was kind of funny because James Gunn, we actually talked about this a little bit, where he said, for the record, I don't know who that is, when Grace Randolph said that, interesting, since it's not true, I guess I can say I heard his top choice was Logan Lerman. We'll see what happens. So, and then it was just kind of like, oh boy, James, you don't know who, all it took, I was like, hey, James, all it takes is just a simple IMDb search before you tweet. I was just kind of like, just search, see what he was in, maybe you'll recognize him. Do that before you tweet. And then, of course, he had to follow it up by saying, guys, this isn't a dig at the actor. I don't know lots of actors' names. Now that you tell me who it is, I recognize him from stuff, and I think he's talented, but I've never met him. And he's never been a part of the conversation about playing Superman. So this is what was kind of funny. I was like, but again, James, simple IMDb search. That's all you had to do before you tweeted. And now, not getting hounded on. It's just like, come on, man. But that was kind of funny when that happened. It was just like, and then I posted this live look at Logan Lerman. It was like, stop crying, stop crying, stop crying, stop crying, stop crying. I wonder if he caught wind of it. I just wonder. I'd assume that he caught wind of it because, if James Gunn's putting something out there, it probably got to his camp. But it was just like, okay. And then I even thought, I was like, we talked about it on the post-show stream, and I was like, nah, he's not a tall guy. He's got a face for it, maybe, face for Superman, but I'm not really digging that choice. And apparently, I don't think that I think there's definitely something out there that has, the casting call sheet or whatever, who they're looking for, in a little brief description. I definitely think that's all out there. There's probably names somewhere on a whiteboard or something like that they're going to be talking to, but it's not going to be Logan Lerman, apparently, so. And then we got Phil Cho, still rocking these Batman images. Now he's got the Bale Dark Knight suit right there, and then he's got that with the eyes, which look really cool. And then Fear Jason, of course, put me on Batfleck's face. That's right. It's not bad. Not a bad haircut right there. I should try to do that. I'm already getting the salt and pepper on the side, so just got to get me a bat suit just like that, just like that. And then congratulations to Scott McClellan. It was his birthday last Thursday, and of course we had people donate. He did a whole birthday fund thing that was going to AFSP, and he he wanted a certain amount, and he pretty much got double that or something. It was pretty amazing. So I love it how people within the fandom can just put something out there for the birthday, and then people come through and donate. It's really great. It's always really great. Oh, when this tweet came out, I think we all just kind of got pretty excited about this, but announcing, it's not a drill, Scott Pilgrim, an anime series voiced by the cast of the 2010 film. It comes from executive producers Edgar Wright, Brian Lee O'Malley, and Ben David Grabinski, and is animated by Science Sorrow. So we got everyone coming back from the movie. Everyone coming back from the movie to voice their characters for the Scott Pilgrim anime series. And this is exciting. I love Scott Pilgrim. Everybody does. It found its footing, obviously, as being like a cult classic. Everybody goes back to that movie now. It really didn't do much in the movie theaters, but everybody, you watch that movie, it's just so damn creative. So it's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome stuff right here. So Netflix making some moves. I'm not a big anime person, but I'm definitely gonna watch the absolute shit out of this. It was kind of funny too because Mr. Swenson, Mr. Ping Pong Flicks, Chris Wong Swenson actually retweeted something about, the possibility of maybe this could happen down the line for, an actual continuation for the Snyderverse. Obviously that's always been the hot button issue when it comes to this little fandom right here. And obviously last week, Steven is still getting people, jumping on his tweets, dogpiling his tweets. But, after the whole interview with Zach on the Vodka stream, and we kind of we brought up that whole idea, and Zach gave us the answer. And then, of course, we always talk about a possibility of animation. I mean, that's why it's it's just easier. I mean, obviously, all these people coming back and actually doing a live action would obviously cost way more. And of course, you have to have the sets, you have to have all this stuff. There's just so much hassle with that. But you do it animation, you get everybody back. That's why, and it's not that's what we prefer. Obviously, you can't say the A word when it comes to the Snyderverse. You say the A word, you're not a true fan, man. What's up? You're fake, clout chaser. Good God. But I'm just saying, no, we're just one of those people that just like options. There's something, a lot of people are busy, wouldn't be that busy to come into a booth for a day or two to record voices. That's all. Just alternate options. No compromise, man. Well, I'm sorry. Okay. My bad. But anyways, I thought I'd get that out there because Chris Wong Swenson put that idea out there, and then of course, the lovely side of the fandom did the dogpile thing, as they do, and of course went after that. Well, we kind of talked about that on the Vox stream on Friday because he showed up, which was cool. And then of course, here's the video right here that Edgar Wright did post about the new anime series. For right here, just kind of doing this whole thing, like the opening of the original movie, and having everybody back. So that's pretty cool. Looking forward to it. Cannot wait. New Metallica, everything. That's cool. We got a novelization. Confirmed. Novelized version of Rebel Moon by V. Castro will be available for purchase on December 5th, 2023. So expect to also be able to read the book that is Rebel Moon. Awesome. Gotta love that. The Jonathan Majors thing keeps on getting, this is getting messy right here. Jonathan Majors was denied his charged assault of his girlfriend and has now publicly released a text message chain with her to attempt to prove his innocence. Yeah, the chain was a little interesting and weird. There hasn't been anything since, but my God, it's just getting awkward. And then look who's here, guys. Bruce Timm is now on Twitter, and he is posting art from Batman the Animated Series. And starting off with this lovely image right there that I want on my wall. Looks great. And then speaking of looks great, I want this on my wall too from Rico Jr., who makes these awesome posters. He made one for the entirety of Quentin Tarantino's filmography right there. Reservoir Dogs, Pulp Fiction, Jackie Brown, Kill Bill, Inglourious Bastards, Django. We got Death Proof right there. We got The Hateful Eight. And then, of course, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. That is a freaking excellent poster right there. Good job. Guy does excellent work. I'm going to try to get that poster right there, so that'll be cool. David F. Sandberg still defending stuff. Someone asked, hey, David, is there anything you would have honestly handled differently with the Shazam movies looking back? I said, yes, but that's true to everything I've directed. I always have a feeling of, well, I fucked that up, but that's why I continue to learn and try to get better at directing. So that one day I'll hopefully feel, I didn't do too bad this time. Yeah, you always do that. You always second guess yourself, no matter what kind of space you are in when it comes to entertainment and stuff. I do the same thing. I look at that. I didn't say that right. I sounded like an idiot right there. What's wrong with my hair? No, I don't really care about the hair. Obviously, I need a haircut. And then we got Ben Affleck reportedly in talks to join Adam Sandler in the Safdie brothers' next movie. Of course, they did Uncut Gems, so apparently Ben Affleck might be involved with it. Who knows, though, because I know he's also got a ton of shit coming out, which is great. Absolutely great. And then, yeah, like I said, this is Chris Wong Swenson's tweet right here. Hey, maybe Zack Snyder's Justice League sequels as an anime with returning cast is possible. And yes, he did get dogpiled on. Of course, he didn't get ratioed by those people. A lot more people were positive about it because there's a lot more sane people in the fandom than there are these fucknuts. Anyways. And then we got Lucas Meyer right here. There's a pretty cool Flash poster right here with Batman. Looks like Batman can turn his neck in that costume, huh? But yeah, really like that. Always like some good art right there. I thought this was funny. Let them fight. You go. If you've seen John Wick and you've seen Tropical Thunder, you know what we're talking about. And yes, guys, here it is. I already told you about this last week, and I did a short about it when it came to the whole, they removed Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman cameo or her scene from the Flash movie. I mean, it's still up and down about the whole Henry Cavill Superman showing up, which I'm kind of curious to see if they did remove that. That's been out there, and I think that might have gotten removed. I don't know. But 100%, and we already heard from Ben Affleck what the scene... what's happening in the scene, because obviously it's a scene that has him and her. And when you heard it, you went, there's no way that they're going to delete that. No way they're going to delete that scene. And sure enough, Flash Film News, they got and I trust them more than the trades, just because I might know, they're just kind of really knowing people from the production and stuff. I'm just saying, trust them when it comes to this movie at least. And then hopefully you saw my Dungeons & Dragons first reaction. Really liked the movie. I swear to God, the world's going to end. I never thought I'd like a Dungeons & Dragons movie. And then we already got some Air critiques coming out. We got Scott Menzel right here. Said, Air, believe the hype. This film is phenomenal in every way. The script feels like one of the best Aaron Sorkin scripts that he didn't write. The cast is all around fantastic, with Matt Damon delivering a career best performance. I hate talking about award season in March, but I could see this one being a major player with a SAG cast ensemble nomination very likely. Amazon has a major hit on their hands. What a movie! Can't wait. I'm going to see it this week. And then Zach, of course, still continuing. This time I can never say her name, but, Feora. Obviously, she was awesome. Look at that costume. She's a beauty, a definite beauty. I forget how beautiful she is. But, I posted this over the weekend. Keeps on continuing posting the Clay Enos costume tests or whatnot, which are pretty cool. And, of course, we had Nick Fury right there. Of course, we'll talk about Secret Invasion a little bit. Hey, we got a blue and gray version of the Pattinson suit, like a 66 Batman version. That's kind of cool because, obviously, we know that Matt Reeves found inspiration from that. Matrix, speaking of Batman, got that right there. This is pretty cool. We got a mixture of a Ghostbuster and, like, a Mandalorian right there. I like that. We got this art right here from Juanjo Lopez, showing Michael Keaton's Batman, getting into that bat suit with all the bat suits right there, which is a really cool Easter egg, seeing the other bat suits in that TV spot. We got Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill, of course, shooting the new Guy Ritchie movie in Turkey. And he's having fun on the set, taking pictures of people. Good old Cavill with that beard. This is pretty funny. I mean, movie magic. I mean, it just looked funny. I saw David F. Sandberg post this, and I was like, what the heck is the deal with that? Guys, guys having fun. But of course, there was some art right here from the unicorns. I thought this was a really cool concept because they make it sound like unicorns are not what unicorns should be. They're evil devils. Look at this thing. It's a pretty cool concept. You know, when it came to the mythological characters, especially the unicorns, when it came to Shazam. That's why the final act, the third act was good shit. Matt Reeves on writing the Batman Part 2. Whatever the story's going to be, it's going to be to take these characters and put them in some kind of emotional jeopardy. There's a deep dive that already happened at the beginning, and now I'm going to have to deep dive again. So we're still kind of wondering. I know there's been rumors about Poison Ivy. We talked about Clayface maybe being added to it last week. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. Very much looking forward to seeing what exactly he's going to be doing right there. Variety reports that Martin Scorsese's Killers of the Flower Moon is nearly 4 hours long. Oh no! In which I say, yes. It's too long, man. It's too long. Shut up. You binge like crazy with Netflix. You could be okay. You don't have to watch it. You don't have to watch the cinema. It's fine. But, it's Martin Scorsese. Of course he's going to make a long movie. There's nothing wrong with long movies, nothing wrong with short movies. I know there's a sweet spot in between, but hey. Nothing wrong with that. And then check this out. Guys, don't ever propose like this. Don't ever propose like this, because you're going to get a freaking, whatchamacallit.
Let's go! Let's go!
This guy had balls. Balls! And then, boom! Oh! Concussion! Don't do that! I mean, it's kind of cool, but still. Now the guy's going to have brain damage for the rest of his life. My God, look at that. Boom! Ouch. Thank you, Rhett Proctor, for the $5 super chat. Appreciate it. Man, Blue Beetle looks amazing. He's going to fit in well with the new DCU. I need to see a Jaime Reyes and Booster Gold team up soon. Hopefully that does happen, but anyways. Yeah, crazy, right? Good stuff. We got a Batman Beyond poster right here from Boss Logic. That looks pretty cool. We got Keaton, and I forgot what that actor's name is right there. I don't think it's Logan Lerman for sure, but Blue Steel. There you go. Fear Jason putting me on Zoolander now. And let's see, keep on going. We'll talk about those right there. Obviously, there's a lot of Jokerness that happened over the weekend. We also got first reactions to Ari Aster's Beau is Afraid with Joaquin Phoenix. Ari Aster's Beau is Beautiful is a daring mix of humor and horror, part gorgeous existential nightmare fuel, part pitch black comedic odyssey. It's an astounding pillar of artistic genius. If you're not left hyperventilating, you better check your pulse to make sure you're not dead. This marks a career-high, top-shelf performance by Joaquin Phoenix. It houses terrific supporting performances from Amy Ryan, Nathan Lane, Parker Posey, Zoe, all of them right there. So, yeah, people are raving about this one, too. Man, is Joaquin Phoenix going to get nominated again? I guess so. Here I am on Zoolander yet again. I could pull that look off, right? We got a poster. This is a pretty freaking cool poster. Who do you trust? I'm really looking forward to Secret Invasion and the return of Nick Fury. Looks awesome. Keep on going. Yeah, I mean, we got some trailers today, but expect a Barbie trailer and a Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse trailer also coming. Trailers coming out as well, so that's going to be cool. Right here. Okay, so this is interesting, guys. Think about this. And I know some people are not going to because, fucking Multiverse Madness sucked. Shut up. Sam freaking Raimi. So this dude right here, Lord Morphine, said, I'm seeing Sam Raimi today. And then he gave us an update, And he says, I asked Raimi about directing Brave and the Bold. And he said, what about the other guy? In reference to Matt Reeves. I told him they were separate and one is under Gunn with no director. His response was, I gotta go talk to him. Or, I'm gonna talk to him. Bro, I'm hyped. Can you imagine that? He's mentioned it before that he would actually like to make a Batman movie. Now, it's up in the air whether Sam Raimi's going to be returning for Doctor Strange 3. I know that's kind of been up in the air, as rumor has it that he might be. So if he does, we could rule this out. But, I mean, with Damian, with the League of Shadows, with Ra's al Ghul, I mean, can you imagine Sam Raimi taking on that? I'd be down for it. It would be interesting. I don't know. I like Sam Raimi. He's, you know, Evil Dead is one of my all-time favorite horror movies. Love the Evil Dead series, you know, all the way to Army of Darkness, and then of course, you know, Drag Me to Hell, and various. I'm trying to think of other Sam Raimi movies, Darkman, and all that. I've been a Sam Raimi fan forever. So him taking on a Batman movie, that would be interesting. So James Gunn, hey, listen to this guy. Maybe he's got some ideas. I think so, and I think that would be pretty cool. Likely won't happen, though, but we'll see. And then here we go. Here was the Secret Invasion trailer. How are we feeling about this? First off, always start off a trailer with giving us some Sam Jackson strut, holding a gun. That's how you start off a trailer. Sam Jackson.
Things have gotten much worse.
Doing the strut. This looks really good. You got aliens, you got espionage, you got spies, and no Avengers.
I came back.
Looks really good. I like the tone. I like where it's going here. And I wonder how it's going to bleed into
You're in
other
no
things
shape
too.
for this fight that lies before us, old friend.
Old friend. This is a cool little whoa, 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 whoa.
This is personal.
It's personal. We won't watch the whole thing, but I'm really digging this. I'm really digging that trailer. Can't wait for that. We got Super Run right here. I'm not sure who made this. Past, present, future. I guess it's something that's going to be promoted for The Flash right there. That's pretty cool. And then, hey, breaking! Rebel Moon confirmed to be first of a trilogy by Netflix's newest marketing chief, Marion Lee. That's right, according to the New York Times. That's right. So, again, this is what Zach's doing over at Netflix, building universes. He's building this grand space opera with 2 parts already, but there's going to be a 3rd part, and the 3rd part will probably be longer than the other 2, not put together, but the run times I'm imagining, because I've heard that the assembly cut for Rebel Moon is pretty freaking long, like long, okay? I don't know the exact, and I should have brought it up when he was on the freaking stream. Damn it, I totally forgot. But I heard that assembly cut for what we have for Rebel Moon already, but of course it's going to be divided up into 2 parts, and then there's going to be like a PG-13 version and an R-rated version, which is great. But I can only imagine that the 3rd one will probably be longer than the run times of the first ones, and those are probably going to be 3+ hours for what we know too. Long movies, and we love it. But yeah. So there's definitely going to be a part 3, hopefully. I mean, there should be. It seems like they're going all in with Zack Snyder and a lot of stuff that he's making. So, cool. I'm sure that'll get announced probably next year or something like that. I don't know. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Cute poster of Little Rocket right there. I mean, we all know like the movie's really about that story. They're seeing some stuff, huh? I always find this funny. When you have these figurines and you take off the mask and that's what it looks like underneath. And it looks weird. It looks very strange. Oh boy, legendary. Street Fighter, live action Street Fighter movie coming. It's about time, right? How long is it? I mean, obviously you had that 90s version with Jean-Claude Van Damme and Raul Julia as Bison, which was very interesting. It's a guilty pleasure. I'll watch it. I watched that a lot when I was a kid. The original Street Fighter movie. But of course, you know, who knows if this one's going to be good. We all had high hopes for the last Mortal Kombat movie, and that ended up being okay. Like, there was things that were okay, but then there was things that were not. So yeah. I mean, there was the Street Fighter 2 anime movie, I guess, that came out in the 90s as well, that I thought was really good. It had a really cool opening sequence with Ryu and Sagat. They were playing or not playing, but they were fighting on top of a hill during like a storm, and this you see how Saget gets his you see how he gets the scar on his chest from getting a big old Hadouken up, up the chest. So yeah, just base it off something like that. That's all you got to do. There's another poster of Little Rocket right there. Eyeball. And then, oh boy, guys, oh boy. The hierarchy of the hierarchy of the live-action Disney movies are about to change. That's right, guys. Moana, live action, coming out. And the man who voiced the dude in the movie is going to play him live action now.
Aloha, everyone, from beautiful Hawaii.
Hawaii.
We are here on the island of Oahu, where I did a lot of my growing up. As you know, Hawaii means so much to my family and me, and the traditions of our ohana, or ainga, as we say in Samoa, were shaped by these incredible islands. The Pacific Islands and their cultures inspired a very special story, one that you all know very well. And that story is, drum roll please, Moana! That's right. We are so excited and happy to announce that a live-action reimagining of Moana is in the works. Moana, Gramatala, the music, the dance, Te Fiti, Pua the pig, the village, the beautiful, powerful ocean, and one more, what's that, guys? Oh, yours truly, Hey Hey the chicken. Kidding, Hey Hey's gonna be in it, but of course Maui will be in it too. As many of you may not know, the brilliant team at Disney Animation went for Maui in the Mana and the Presence.
All right, we don't have to watch the whole thing, but my God, if Black Adam didn't do well, I mean, if it did well, would he be able to do this? Was this like chambered in the back pocket? Like, all right, if I don't get the DC universe, I'm going to go after the live action, Moana verse, I guess. I don't know. But, yep, there you go, guys. Dwayne Johnson. I like the guy still. I mean, maybe a little less now. I know after all the DC Black Adam stuff that happened last year and into this year and us finding more about it, kind of softened a little bit about Dwayne Johnson. I still think, what he's done with his career and his brand and everything has been phenomenal. He still seems like a stand-up dude, even though he probably, he definitely has an ego when it comes to all this stuff. But it's just like, man, he just goes after any franchise that he can, man. Any franchise that he can. It's just like, man, create something original or something. I don't know. Create something original. That's not going to happen. So there you go. Oh boy. Oh boy. Horrible, horrible, right? It's just like, didn't that movie's, that's it. I mean, the other live action Disney movies are ones that came out in like the 70s, 80s, 90s. Didn't like Moana come out? How long ago did that one come out? I don't know when the movies come out. I'm not a big Disney fan when it comes to the actual Disney movies. Not really a fan. When the hell did that come out? But anyways, I'm sure it'll be a winner, and the hierarchy of the Disney princesses are about to change. Okay. There's Zach making that face. That's pretty cool. And we already got box office projections for Super Mario Brothers. Living up to a $225 million plus global bow when it comes to its box office. It comes out, in June? So obviously this is box office numbers that's a little far out still because we're in April. We still got a month and a half or whatever, or 2 months. So this is what projections are right now. Obviously, I always like to talk about the projections, usually like the week of, because that's when you can get a better sense of how good the movie is going to do at the box office opening weekend. But right now, we already know it's going to be a freaking hit. Of course it's going to be a freaking hit. Smart. And then, is this smart too? We all knew it was going to happen, right? Harry Potter reboot in the works at HBO. Each season would be based on one of the books. One of the 7 books. So basically how they did it with the movies, by basing it off of one of the books, now they'll have seasons, which they could take their time, which is a good thing, I guess. And they're going to just do all that. And apparently I read something else that, I know a lot of people hate on J.K. Rowling right now. They think she's like a female Hitler or whatever the hell. I know it's funny too because they just think like she's gonna go broke or something like that. I'm like, she's like 1% of the money that she has, she could live 4 lifetimes on. I always like it when people pound their keyboards on Twitter, like at her or at anything that it's like you live in a studio apartment and she. Anyways, it's just kind of funny. I don't know. I just find it hilarious. But apparently she's gonna be like kind of involved. I don't know. It's all up in the air. This might not even go through. But you know, hey, I guess that was what they were gonna do. I only watched like the first 3 movies. I never really got into Harry Potter. Maybe I'll get into the series. We'll see. I'll watch the movies first, then get into the series when it actually comes out. I mean, it's not going to be coming out for like another year or so, I'm sure, if it even does come out. But, yep, there we go. And then, of course, Mr. Phil Cho right here making a gray and black. This is pretty badass right here because we all know that the best suit in the Nolanverse is the Batman Begins suit. The Batman Begins suit is better than the Dark Knight suit. We all know this. It's just a better suit, and I like this color scheme right here that he put with the gray and the black. That's pretty sweet. He also did a Deadpool one, too. Earth 27M. I was just watching Deadpool 2 yesterday a little bit. And then, yay! Speaking of cinema on the horizon, Heat 2 is finally happening, guys. Justin Kroll right here. After nearly 3 decades, we may finally be getting a sequel to Heat, as Warner Brothers is in negotiations with Michael Mann to board Heat 2 with Adam Driver in discussions to play a young Neil McCauley in the pick. Of course, Robert De Niro's character. Awesome. So that's finally happening. I've been wanting to pick up the book, but I just hadn't done it yet. And then this looks really cool. I'm definitely going to be watching this. Ben Affleck's movie.
What do you think?
Robert Rodriguez. Come on. Kind of has like a dreamy Inception-esque kind of thing.
Just for a second.
Hypnotizing. Pretty crazy stuff. Suspenseful.
Are you anymore?
I have to know everything.
It looks really good. Watch the trailer if you haven't watched it
You know
already.
what you're dealing with.
What you see isn't real!
Trippy.
Get back!
Hypnotics make everything that you see and do feel perfectly normal.
Woo! Looks crazy. Definitely seeing that. April 5th is Mario Brothers. Oh, okay. For some reason I thought it was June also, so that's good. No, it's not April 5th. Is it? Is it coming out this week? It's out Wednesday? Oh, shit. Why did I think it was coming out later? Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. Why did I not see that on my Fandango? Oh, yeah, it does come out. Ha, stupid me. All right, never mind. Jeez. Yeah, I don't know why I thought it was coming out in June. So anyways, well, there you go. I guess I got to fit that in. All right, well, then that makes sense. All right, well, that'll make sense then. Because I'll see Air with Miss Nighthawk. We'll see Air, and I'll see Super Mario Brothers this week and do all that. All right, we'll do that instead. Okay, that'll work. Jesus. Brain fart! My God. I don't know why I was thinking June. I guess I was thinking because June is just like full of all kinds of movies and everything. So this week, good. I don't know. I think I just had my brain set on Air, really. So that's good. I guess I can see 2 movies this week. That'll be good. That'll be good. That'll be good. I'm excited for that. All right. Well, now that we got that out of the way. Yeah. We'll see Air on Saturday. I'm going to see Mario Brothers on Wednesday, or not Wednesday, Thursday. I'll see Mario Brothers on Thursday. So that'll work. All right. Let's talk about James Gunn. Let's talk about James Gunn, and let's talk about what he had to say when it came to Deadline. Yes, I'm an airhead. It's fine. You think it's going to make $1 billion? It might make $1 billion. It definitely might make $1 billion. But we'll talk more about, we'll maybe break down even that box office a little bit more on Wednesday. So Mario will probably be the first movie. Yeah, I think it does have a chance to make $1 billion. And yeah, we'll talk about that more since I thought it was coming out in a couple of months. Jesus Christ. Oh, boy. Drinking too much vodka. Just kidding. Maybe not. All right. Let's talk about this article right here. I love that. It's a good transition right there. James Gunn talks Superman legacy tone, superhero fatigue, and his hopes for Marvel's future. Dun dun dun. Guardians filmmaker and DC boss James Gunn has opened up in a new Rolling Stone interview about his plans of Superman legacy, superhero fatigue, and more. Okay, this was Rolling Stones, not Deadline, but, Deadline kind of broke it down a little bit. One of the most noteworthy points made by James Gunn in the chat spotlighting his upcoming Marvel franchise closer, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, is that his forthcoming Superman film, opening the first chapter in his new DC, will be substantially different tone from the comic book films he's most recently made. What are you talking about? It's gotta be nothing but dick and fart jokes, man. I learned so much from making these Guardians movies, said Gunn, but it's not like Superman is going to have exactly the same vibe as a Guardians movie. It's actually quite different. What? No, I don't believe it. A director making a different kind of movie? Nah. Now that Gunn is concentrating on his efforts as both a filmmaker and executive over at DC, one might wonder what his thoughts are about the direction in which Marvel is heading and what his hopes might be as far as to the studio's future. I really want Marvel to keep making good movies, he said. Before going on and opine that the blip, or mass extinction event brought on, of course, by Thanos and, not Endgame, but Infinity War, has made doing so really hard. There's this worldwide, universe-wide event that happened, and in truth, everybody would be star-craving mad at this point, said Gunn. So it's hard to write stories in the wake of that, which is why the Guardians movies have been easier because they're set outside of that a little bit. Gunn went on to clarify that he doesn't see Marvel and DC as being in competition, which we've heard this before. They are, business-wise, sure, but I like what he has to say right here because it's been said before by Feige as well. With one another. Even if it is now personally he is personally running the ladder with Peter Safran. To be frank, I think the better Marvel movies do, the better for DC, and the better DC movies do, it's better for Marvel, he explained. When people see bad movies, they don't want to spend more money on seeing more movies. So you want good movies to happen. Of course, this has to do with the general audience that doesn't know, was it Wonder Woman in the Avengers? I mean, we know that there's those people. They don't know which universe something falls in, so they just see superhero stuff. I mean, of course, they know a little bit more now with all the Marvel Studios movies, but, he does have a point when it comes to, they kind of do lift up each other, but then at the same time, behind the scenes, it's still a business, so yes, there's still some competition. You just can't really, I guess you can't really say that out loud, but I mean, there's still companies that are dealing with the same audience, I guess you could say. Part of what achieving this comes down to, Gunn seemed to suggest, is recognizing that there is such a thing as superhero fatigue, even if it actually doesn't have anything to do with superheroes. And this is what he had to say right here. It has to do with the kind of stories that get to be told. And if you lose your eye on the ball, which is character, we love Superman, we love Batman, we love Iron Man, because they're these incredible characters that we have in our hearts. And if it becomes a bunch of nonsense on screen, it gets really boring. But I get fatigued by most spectacle films by the grind of not having any emotionally grounded story. So there you go. And then, of course, they talk more about the Guardians. So I like what they had to say right there. I mean, yeah. I mean, you have to have people kind of take this journey with these characters. The characters have to be likable. Just going back to the whole Dungeons and Dragons thing. I mean, I didn't think this movie was going to be anything. When I first saw the trailer, saw the poster, a lot of us just went, all right, that movie's going to suck. And it ended up not, because the characters were interesting. There was given enough backstory to those characters to make them interesting. The action was great. The story flowed very well. And you liked the characters. So, I mean, Dungeons and Dragons movie. I'm just going to use that as a comparison when it comes to a lot of things, because honestly, I did not think I was going to like that movie, but here we are. So, but yeah, so Gunn talking about Superman, which is great. And I know it's still going to be, I'm still worried about it though. I mean, and I'm sure he is too. He's probably stressing. I mean, again, his hair turned so white in the last 2 to 3 years. after making this Superman movie, his hair's going to be fucking transparent or it's going to fall out. Or I don't know. Maybe it already has and that's a wig. But the stress that he's probably enduring when it comes to Superman, my God, I can only imagine. And, you know, obviously it's like, hey, get some notes from people, huh? Please do that. Hey, is this okay? You know, give it to, I don't know, try to give it to Martin Scorsese. There you go. Christopher Nolan. Give it to Zach. See what he has to say about it. Maybe he would. That'd be interesting. What if all of a sudden we hear that Zack Snyder gave a read to Superman Legacy and gave James Gunn some notes? That'd be very interesting. The fandom would, their heads would explode or something. So, but I liked most of what he had to say. Rings are